Welcome everyone to Side Draft. Welcome to another iRacing race review. Today we're talking about Richmond, and it was a lot more calmer than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, it was really quiet. Not a whole lot going on, and not too much craziness.
Yeah, no one really quit on purpose anyway, and no drama really. It was just, well, there was a little bit with Matt DiBenedetto and Ryan Preece, but it wasn't as bizarre as it has been the past few weeks.
It's starting to calm down a little bit. Everybody's getting a lot more practice in, and they're starting to race a little better. I mean, even Brad Keselowski, I mean, he got a new machine, and he's raced really great today. I thought he might have had a chance to win. And
Kyle Busch, he got a top 5 finish this week, and he's been kind of the underdog recently.
That's kind of hard to believe that Kyle Busch is an underdog.
Very hard to believe.
He's kind of out of his element right here. Just trying to get used to these computer cars.
So this race went a little bit different. We had a last chance qualifier for the non-cup guys, or the non-invited, I guess. Even though they were still invited, they just wasn't invited.
They was invited, but they wasn't invited. So you figured that out.
So they had to race their way in. Bobby Labonte and Landon Castle, they finished 1-2, so they went on to the main event, and then Dale Jr. and Suarez was given the Fox Provisional. That doesn't sound as cool as the Peacock Provisional.
Yeah, Peacock Provisional sounds a little better, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I know Jr. said he was invited, but he's going to turn it down. He let the Cup drivers get in, but he's still got in.
Still got in, so raced his way in.
So I guess he changed his mind and want to go racing.
So it would be Ryan Preece and Landon Castle on the pole. So Landon Castle, proving that he deserved to be there because he locked himself in the last chance qualifier, and then goes out and gets front row.
Yeah, Landon Castle's doing really great here in the iRacing series, and really good he got sponsors, and he's running very well, and it's like, hey, we need to get this dude a really good cup ride.
And so Ryan Preece would lead the first laps, and then it wouldn't be until lap 27 until we'd have a caution. This would be for Chris Buescher. Something just happened with the tires. They just
the front wheels just kind of locked to the left, and I don't understand if his rig or the mechanism or something just messed up, and it just had the car all jacked up to the left.
And then that also got Kevin Harvick involved. Welcome to iRacing, Kevin Harvick. Great welcome gift.
That's a good way to start the iRacing, just get in somebody else's mess. So
I mean, in iRacing, that's something you're going to do, is just get in. You're going to get into a mess. Just be sure it's not your mess. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Ryan Preece and William Byron on the restart. Then it'd be a caution for Ross Chastain and Alex Bowman. Was like, it's going a lot calmer than normal, and then
it started off fairly calm. Everything, everybody abiding by their own rules and stuff, and just moving along. I mean, good long green flag run, and all of a sudden cautions and cautions and cautions.
So that's got Clint Boyer involved as well, and he said he got bubbled.
Got bubbled.
But Bubba said he didn't get bubbled, and it looks like he didn't get bubbled.
So where he got bubbled or not bubbled, he's still wrecked.
To bubbled or not to bubbled? Or would it be to Bubba or not to Bubba?
I don't know. It's just kind of hard to understand.
Can we get that on a shirt? Like it says, I got bubbled.
I got bubbled, or to bubble or not to bubble.
Yeah. We need to make shirts. I would wear it on the show.
Yeah, I ain't sure if they just went for the same real estate and kind of knocked him up the track and kind of messed up the day.
And then caution lap 40 would be Joey Logano, Kyle Busch kinda, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, or Joey Logano would turn Kurt Busch, and then big pile up involved Ryan Blaney as well, and it took Logano like 8 minutes to get off pit road.
Yeah, I mean sometimes they didn't have no automatic resets this week, so it really messed a lot of the drivers up. I mean, they go on the pit road, and it takes like 8 minutes or 6 minutes or however long to fix the car. I mean, you got all kinds of options. You can take all the options, or you not take the options. So
Yeah, you can go out there and be very slow with the bent up spoiler, or be laps down but fast.
Yeah.
So what would you rather do?
Yeah. So Blaney and Joey ain't doing too good on this iRacing yet. They haven't really caught on to it.
But there is hope for them because Brad Keselowski, he wasn't too good at this either, and it might be just because we're going to went to Richmond. But he was really strong at Richmond. So I think that's a sign for the future. Going to Talladega next week, could see Brad Keselowski, Joe Logano, and Blaney be the top dogs.
Yeah, I think they said that during practice and stuff, Brad, he was crashing a lot. So in order, I guess he got a lot of practice in. He come here and he ran a good race. I mean, he was actually really fast on the track, passing some cars.
Yeah, if it wasn't for some incidents on pit road, Brad could have had a good shot to win the race.
Yeah.
So then William Byron would get the lead over Ryan Preece. Took a long time for Ryan Preece to get past.
Yep.
And so the next caution would be Ryan Preece. I believe this is when that with Matt DiBenedetto started to happen.
Yeah, ain't sure if Matt got him into him right there and kind of turned him. That's where things went crazy.
Yeah, so next caution would be Ryan Preece getting turned by DiBenedetto again. And then I think that's when DiBenedetto got black flagged and
I think
sent
Priest tried to wreck him, and so he come back and tried to wreck him back. So some tempers flaring at Richmond. We still got the short tracks. Kind of tempers even while we're miles apart. So.
Yeah. So that's just the racer mentality, even on iRacing. And if you go join a regular session, you're going to get a lot of that anyway.
It's like, well, if I wreck the car, it ain't going to be out millions of dollars or thousands of dollars for wrecking a car, and it ain't going to hurt if it hit the wall. So
yeah, if you wreck your car, the only thing you wasted is your time, really.
Yeah.
Unless you get those fast repairs, and then you can go out there and wreck again if you wanted to.
Maybe his dog was driving.
Possibly. That's why they always post pictures with their dog beside the rig, just so they can blame the dog.
Yeah.
And so, that's when DiBenedetto got kicked, and then William Byron and Eric Jones would stay out. I believe Christopher Bell would stay out as well. Old tires.
Yes, and I believe early on, Clint Boyer, he didn't hit the, give up button. His engine give up.
Yeah, so it's different when your engine gives up.
Yeah, I mean, if your engine ain't going, you ain't going. So he kind of he's out of the race, so he couldn't race no more.
So the last time was racing in the Fox Invitational Series. Clint Boyer's Give a Damn broke.
Yep.
This time the cars Give a Damn broke.
Yeah, it's pretty tough when your motor just quits, and I know he's had a lot of repairs on pit road, and so it was really good to hear him up in the booth, talking a little bit. So it's always a joy to hear from Clint Boyer.
Yeah, he'd be a fun guy to have on the show, talk with, and I don't know if our Give a Damn would break.
So this is our side draft provisional invitation for Clint Boyer to come on to the show, talk to us a little bit.
Talk to us about your Give a Dams.
See if we can fix it or fix ours. I don't know.
Sorry, that's just so fun to say.
Yes.
So the next caution would be for Garrett Smithley. He would spin Daniel Suarez he would spin and Daniel Suarez also involved and no caution.
Yeah, I believe they just got they weren't really stuck on the track. They got the cars going, so no caution, so it's good.
Yeah, not so good for them.
Nope.
It was good that we got to stay green though. And
Maybe.
then when it seemed like William Byron just checked out, the new tires just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I thought that this pit strategy would work, with the newer tires, and I believe the clean air just is a lot better than the new tires.
And then caution with 4 to go, Christopher Bell would get spun by Tyler Reddick, and Christopher Bell turned into a spaceship and blasted into the moon.
Yeah, he just went shooting through the air.
Which that's not the highest up I've seen a car flip on iRacing. I've seen them go way up there. They probably went to a new planet. It was so far up there.
So if you ain't subscribed to us, you need to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notifications, because somebody did, not the bell. Christopher Bell to the air, so go ahead.
Christopher Bell's probably saying, please don't. But yeah, very long wreck. It took forever for that wreck.
Yeah, because they didn't really show what happened. I mean, everybody's crashed into each other. I mean, Blaney and Joey got into it, and I forget who all was spinning around, and it was pretty crazy.
And so with that, William Byron would win. Very easy win for him. Old tires, and still beats the whole field. William Byron's right now the king of this iRacing thing. Back-to-back wins. Maybe it's just a short track thing, but I mean, he's been in the mix in all 4 of these races so far.
Yeah, I thought Timmy Hill would try to get to his bumper and kind of give him that bump and run, and try to just do that again. Or maybe Parker Kligerman could have got up there. He's got some payback to give back to William Byron. So I was hoping something like that would happen, but it didn't.
Yeah, and William Byron won this race with a paint scheme that was designed by a fellow YouTuber, Rusty Walrus. I also entered into this contest. I wish it was mine, but it's cool to see another YouTuber get some screen time.
Yeah, I don't think it was the greatest paint schemes, because it really didn't stand out. It just looked kind of bland. I mean, I just seen on the racetrack, it just kind of just.
Yeah, on the renders it looked really cool. It's just
Yeah.
maybe just something the way Fox had their settings, but just wish it looked as cool as it did on the renders.
Yeah, I think it should have had a brighter paint scheme or something, some more stand
Like
out.
mine.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
I ain't just saying it just because you put one in there. I just say I seen all some of the submissions, and some of them are pretty good. I like some of them. They're real colorful, and I think they could have went with some of those.
yeah, I really enjoyed making that paint scheme. I really hope we do more of those. Could do it every week, because Exalta being paint, so just let all the fans give it a new one, or maybe just pick one from the first entry every time. I just think we saw a lot of cool designs out there, like mine, and I saw a lot of others on Twitter that looked really cool, and it'd be cool to see some of those on the racetrack. And with William Byron, you got a good chance of him winning with your paint scheme. So,
yeah,
and he did that today for Rusty Walrus. So
maybe you could have done like a lot of them and just submitted like 3 or 4 or 5, however many, and had a better chance. So you try to follow the rules and just submit one.
So let's hope we get to do another contest. So far, I've never won one of these things. I use Paint.net, not Photoshop. So,
but they still look really great.
Still look decent, I guess. But
great.
Cool to see them trying to get the fans involved a little bit.
Yeah. So, any other drivers want the car design, just send us a direct message.
Yeah, I've been trying. I'm like 0 for 20 some now on these contests. So
you come so close sometimes. I think they did the Ryan Newman car. You come close to it. I think the Roush trailer at one time was in the final running. So yeah, he's got some pretty good designs. I mean, he's trying. I'm trying.
Just want one win and then I'll retire, I promise. But yeah, congratulations to William Byron. Very clean race. It wasn't a crash fest. We did have a couple, but I mean, I think we're getting closer to what a real race would look like. I'm still missing the real thing more than ever. It's starting to get very difficult to get excited for these, because I just miss the real thing so bad.
Yeah, we want to hurry up and get back to the track and hear the roars of the engines, and just really get back to regular racing. I mean, I ain't saying nothing bad about the iRacing, but I think it's just, I think a lot of it's kind of fading out a little bit. Yeah, I really enjoy watching the broadcast. Like Clint Boyer, he gives a lot of funny moments to the broadcast, and there's a lot of good things about this, but it just cannot replace the real thing.
But I'm so glad we have this in place of the real thing, so we're not just doing nothing on Sunday. And it's at 1 p.m. every Sunday too. That's one really good
really good thing.
Don't have to wait around for it.
Yeah, I think they have like races through the week, and it kind of just by the time Sunday comes around, you're just not really looking that forward to
Yeah,
the races.
they have so many different races. It's hard to keep up with it sometimes.
Yeah, I think if they just have some couple on the weekends, maybe I don't know, the broadcast out. But yeah.
But yeah, still very good race, and as long as I think these drivers will get better next week at Talladega, I don't know, probably not. It's probably going to be another crash fest, so if you're into that, definitely tune in for Talladega. But as we get into the 1.5 miles and stuff, could see some cool battles between the veteran iRacers and those like Brad Keselowski, who's starting to catch on.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to catch on. He's really good in the draft, and we'll see how he does drafting at Talladega in the iRacing cars.
So we'll see you next time on Side Draft. Subscribe for more. We'll see you then.